Honestly, no disappointment. Like, I think it just gives you something to work for. That's a dream. Hopefully one day I can be there. And
Caitlin Clark has an extremely impressive resume. The Iowa Hawkeyes standout player has been lighting up the court this season, averaging an incredible 31.6 points per contest. Beyond just being a scorer, Clark's versatility earned her the coveted John R. Wooden and Naismith College Player of the Year titles, in addition to unanimous first-team All-American honors. Clark ought to be guaranteed a spot on the Olympic team after such accomplishments. She was surprisingly omitted from the Paris 2024 roster, though. Given the controversy surrounding this decision, many fans are interested in learning why Clark was actually disqualified from the Olympics. There's more to this story than meets the eye, so let's unravel it together. The basketball community was taken aback by Caitlin Clark's exclusion from the 2024 Olympic roster in Paris. Despite her incredible college performances and rising star status, Clark found herself on the outside looking in when it came to Team USA. The women's basketball team's selection for the highly competitive Olympic basketball tournament is limited to 12 spots. Seasoned WNBA veterans with years of professional experience typically receive these spots. The USA Basketball Selection Committee, led by former WNBA player Dawn Staley, faced the challenging task of choosing from a large pool of talent. With a focus on experience and a proven track record of success at the highest levels of competition, they selected a mix of WNBA players and seasoned Olympians. It seems that the committee prioritized players who had already found success in the professional ranks despite Clark's undeniable college success. Numerous observers and basketball enthusiasts expressed dissatisfaction with this choice. Anger and disbelief erupted on social media. The most exciting college basketball player was left off the Olympic roster. How in the world? The counterattack was swift and forceful. Some fans even threatened to boycott Team USA games in protest of Clark's exclusion. The controversy surrounding Clark's exclusion from the Olympics involves more than just irate spectators. There have been worries raised about how it will impact ticket sales for Team USA games. Breaking attendance records and drawing in new fans, Clark has become a major draw in college basketball. Her absence from the Olympic squad might affect the team's level of fan interaction in Paris and marketability. Despite this setback, Clark's Olympic dreams might not be over. Expert Olympic basketball coach Mike Krzyzewski made a fascinating analogy with another legendary basketball player. He implied that Clark's situation was similar to Kevin Durant's earlier Olympic rejection, indicating that setbacks of this nature can actually be significant turning points in an athlete's career. Durant, of course, went on to become an Olympic legend, winning 3 gold medals and breaking the record for the most points scored by a male American athlete. Given Coach K's analogy, it's possible that Clark's Olympic career is just getting started. This slight could be the catalyst for her to accomplish even more in the years to come. Krzyzewski's observations are crucial. As the coach of 3 Olympic gold medal teams, he understands the subtleties of team selection and how choices impact players' development. His statement that certainly she'll be on there in the future is encouraging for Clark's Olympic aspirations. The timing of Clark's rejection is what makes it intriguing. She is still a college student and has not started her professional career yet. All of a sudden, the 2028 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles seem like a significant location for Clark to compete. By then, she'll most likely be a WNBA superstar, which will bolster her case for inclusion. Perhaps this unexpected setback in Clark's career is setting him up for an even more fascinating comeback story. Rejection from the Olympics has a way of motivating athletes to refute the thoughts of their doubters. We've seen countless examples of players taking advantage of these chances to hone their abilities. This could result in Clark having a stellar WNBA debut and an even more successful senior year of college. The pressure of this Olympic decision may drive her to strengthen areas of her game that the selection committee found lacking. In essence, this loss could be the catalyst that makes Clark become an elite athlete with full development rather than just a standout college player. A basketball legend like Mike Krzyzewski has influence in the sports world. People have also taken notice of Coach K's recent comments about Caitlin Clark. The former Duke University and Team USA coach offered more than just a complimentary remark. Instead, he gave a resounding endorsement that has supporters and observers alike in a frenzy. Coach K emphasized the 2 qualities that really made Clark stand out: her extraordinary passing ability and her sincerity. "The best thing she does is pass," Krzyzewski remarked, drawing attention to a sometimes overlooked aspect of Clark's skill set. The fact that Coach K has highlighted Clark's ability to create plays in a game where scoring is often the primary objective speaks volumes about Clark's skill set as a whole. Clark appealed to Coach K for reasons beyond his skill on the court. She has a genuine approach to the game, which he highlighted, and he praised her ability to connect with fans and elevate the sport overall. Krzyzewski is obviously of the opinion that Clark has the ability to be a basketball player who changes the game because of his special special combination of skill and charisma, the statement "I would have loved to have coached you" from Coach K is likely the part that people remember the most. This is an extremely grave assertion from a man who has coached some of the greatest basketball players in history. It's an acknowledgement of Clark's ability to compete with the best in the game, not just a compliment. The fact that Krzyzewski was an Olympian lends even more credence to his assessment of Clark. The head coach of Team USA, who won 3 gold medals in a row, Coach K, is knowledgeable about what it takes to succeed on the largest platform available. His unique perspective on player potential stems from his ability to mold individual talents into cohesive winning teams. There is even more controversy surrounding Clark's exclusion from the 2024 Paris squad because Coach K thinks she has Olympic caliber talent. It raises concerns about how the committee was selected and whether there's a possibility someone important who could alter the course of events is missing. But Coach K's comments also offer some hope for Clark's Olympic chances. He suggested that Clark's situation might be a turning point rather than the end of her Olympic dreams by drawing comparisons between it and Kevin Durant's previous Olympic rejection. According to Krzyzewski, Clark will certainly be on future Olympic teams, which suggests that she could have a significant impact on the 2028 Los Angeles Games. Clark's career may be significantly impacted by Coach K's support. It enhances her already impressive resume and may have an impact on WNBA teams' evaluations of her abilities as she prepares to enter the professional rank. More importantly, it validates her status as a rising star in the sport, one whose impact extends beyond personal bests. Coach K's insights also clarify Clark's potential future position within the Olympic team hierarchy. Her ability to pass the ball and improve teammates' play might make her the ideal addition to a team full of WNBA stars. For the Olympics, players frequently have to adapt to new roles, so Clark's versatility could be a big plus. The timing of Coach K's remarks, they come right after the Olympic team was announced, makes them especially notable. They serve as a reminder that a single setback does not define a career, especially for a player of Clark's caliber. Instead, they frame this as an opportunity for growth and inspiration. The story of Caitlin Clark's basketball career is reminiscent of a classic hero's tale, replete with triumphs, setbacks, and formidable challenges. Her story is taking a surprising turn on top of being rejected from the Olympics, which is disappointing. Like many great athletes before her, Clark will face obstacles that will test her resolve and possibly inspire her to achieve even more. The controversy surrounding Clark's exclusion from the Olympic team is one of her challenges. Basketball Hall of Famer Sheryl Swoopes recently stirred up controversy with some disparaging remarks about Clark's accomplishments. Swoopes remarked, "Yeah, she broke the record, but she did it in 6 games, suggesting that Clark's record-breaking efforts were less remarkable due to the sheer number of games played. For it, she required 1 more game." These remarks from a well-known figure in women's basketball add insult to injury to Clark's already difficult journey. Although it's common for seasoned players to have doubts about emerging talent, Swoop's comments came across as particularly patronizing. This kind of feedback can be demoralizing for young athletes, but it can also be an excellent source of inspiration. The remarkable thing about Clark is that she persevered in producing her superb work in spite of such harsh public criticism. Rather than allowing these defeats to alter her approach to the game, she has continued to grow both on and off the court. Clark is a tenacious player, as evidenced by her amazing NIL, name, image, and likeness valuation of $783,000, ranking her 4th in women's basketball. This figure provides valuable insight into her marketability and influence beyond her athletic accomplishments. Clark's list of endorsements is equally impressive. She has mediated agreements with major corporations such as Gatorade, Nike, and State Farm. These agreements are not only profitable, but they also demonstrate Clark's popularity and fortitude in the face of adversity. Companies are betting big on her future because they know her star power transcends short-term setbacks like being rejected for the Olympics or receiving criticism from former teammates. Clark is getting ready for an even more amazing comeback thanks to her ability to perform under pressure. Instead of getting sucked into the controversy, she is letting her game speak for itself. According to Coach Mike Krzyzewski's assessment of her skills, this tactic is ideal. In addition to complementing her skills on the court, Coach K said, "You have an incredible platform now," highlighting her capacity for inspiration. "As you help millions of young girls fulfill their dreams, you will be among the trailblazers." Coach K's point of view puts Clark's current problems in the context of a larger narrative. It's not just about setting scoring records or making the Olympic team, it's about revolutionizing women's basketball. Every obstacle Clark encounters adds depth to her story and could inspire a large number of aspiring athletes who follow her path. Clark's circumstances are comparable to those of other sports legends who encountered early career setbacks. Events involving adversity, like Michael Jordan being cut from his high school basketball team or Tom Brady being passed over in the NFL draft, can be crucial moments in an athlete's career. They are tenacious, they encourage tenacity, they exhibit tenacity, and ultimately they heighten the sweetness of the triumphs. As Clark continues to overcome these challenges, she is not only becoming a better basketball player, but also developing into a role model and a possible game changer for women's sports. Being able to maintain her concentration on her game while building her brand shows maturity beyond her years. She may have a truly generational impact on basketball due to her brilliant off-court strategies and outstanding on-court performance. Caitlin Clark's journey from college sensation to Olympic snub has been quite the ride. Her incredible performances at Iowa and her record-breaking achievements have brought her attention. She was left off the Olympic roster, though, and this has led to a contentious debate about recognition in women's sports. The statement made by Coach K, referring to Clark as one of our great American players, supports Clark's position. Despite the setback, Clark seems to have a promising future. Her alliances with well-known brands and her $783,000 NIL valuation attest to her growing influence. As she prepares to enter the WNBA, Clark's story is far from over.